Hey, Noble fam and now extended family. We're posting these workouts for you guys during this coronavirus apocalypse that everyone's at home for. So we got some stuff for the kids today. I even grew out my red beard for St. Patrick's Day. It's all a thing today, all right? So my wonderful wife, Laura, here, we're going to go through some movements. We've got a full warm-up for you. We got some skill time / strength time, and then into a little more cardiovascular workout, all right? So we're going to start with 2 minutes of jump rope or double unders, if you know what those are. So just a regular jump rope to start, elbows in tight, hands loose on the jump rope, and just working those wrists, drawing circles with her wrists. And then when she jumps, she's hitting the rig behind her. When she jumps, she's just popping off the ground ideally, not doing what we call sewing machine where you're picking your knees up. Just nice and steady. Don't try to fly away, okay? If you don't have a jump rope, easy fix. You can do this little plate hop. Find something just to hop up on. You just hop out, hop up, hop down, hop up, hop down, okay? Just to get the ankles, calves warmed up, get your heart rate up. Reason we want to get the ankles and calves warmed up is so that we can do these air squats and you can have some dorsiflexion in the ankles. So air squats, remember we did these yesterday, hips back, knees out, okay, arms out in front for that front load to help keep your balance. All right, should look the same every time, hips back, knees out. Remember, we're always ripping that floor apart to try to get the knees to track outside of the toes, okay? And always, of course, making sure we're not picking those heels up. We want to be even weight distribution across the whole foot. Now, Laura's going to go through our next one, which is an inchworm. We're going to get the hamstrings warmed up a little, shoulders warmed up a little. She's going to walk out, legs stay straight pretty much the whole time, or ideally the whole time. And then since she's an inchworm, she's going to walk her feet back to her hand, stand up in between each one, and she would, for sake of the video, she's walking backwards, but she would inchworm herself all the way down to then doing the next and last movement of the warm-up, which is a single leg RDL, a straight leg deadlift. So with one leg planted, she'll pick up the other leg. So we're getting a lot of good balance work in the hips and ankles, and she's getting some good hamstring contraction, glute contraction, touching both hands right in front of the feet. So that way your hips can stay square. Try not to twist to the side on this one, okay? You should, again, feel some good hamstring and glute work there. We're going to get those waking up so that we can do some dumbbell deadlifts later. All right, back with some skill time after our commercial break. Tabata planks, okay? So Tabata, first of all, is going to be a 4-minute block of time, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Okay, again, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, going for 4 minutes total, okay? So Laura's going to show us a perfect low plank on the elbows, legs straight, body straight. So notice she has just a slight curve here at the hips, and she's not hyperextending. So this would be hyperextending. That's going to put a lot of pressure and pain on the low back. You may not feel it at the time, but if you're not comfortable with this, maybe have someone watch you or video yourself and just make sure you're not doing that. And then, so you would hold this 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds, so you would just lay down, 20 seconds up, 10 seconds off, okay, 4 minutes. Now, some of you are a little more advanced for this. You can add weight to this, so you would put this weight right on the low back. Again, we have to be careful that we're not sagging on this, especially with weight, okay? Don't be a hero, do these right. And then, so one last option for these is going to be a 3-point plank. So for 20 seconds on, she could pick up her left leg. Then 10 seconds off, she rests, comes back up, she would pick up her right leg or right arm now. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you would alternate through all 4 limbs, obviously working them each evenly, okay? Try that out. And then for the last part of our skill time, strength time, is our single leg negatives, okay? So we're going to start at the top of a box. You can use a chair or something. Obviously be careful that the chair's not going to flip because all your weight is going to be more shifted to one side. You could even use a step if you need to, depending on how advanced you are. So you walk the one foot all the way to the edge. This one is for balance, and that you're going to let yourself down easy. Let's try to do a 5 count, which really will mean 4. That's why we say 5. you would count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your goal is to make it a consistent negative. A lot of people, what you'll see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they'll collapse the last part, okay? Whatever your speed may be, hopefully it's as slow as possible, but try to make it constant until you get to the floor. If you want to add a little extra to this, you can then do the single leg step up to get back up without pushing off of the plant leg ideally. So you would just stand straight up, okay? Harder than it looks. It's really hard to not push off of this. Again, you can add weight to this. You can increase the height, decrease the height, whatever you need to do for your one too many St. Patrick's Day beers that I haven't had yet. Whatever you need to do for your skill level, okay? Moving on to our workout today. All right, we have a 16-minute AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible, okay? AMRAP, little acronym for you. 12 dumbbell deadlifts, 9 floor presses, 40 double unders. You will complete that. That's one round. You'll complete that as many times as you can in 16 minutes. So we're all really doing the same workout, which is something we do every day at our gym, if you remember. We're all really doing the same workout, but we'll talk about different scales. We have 70-year-olds, we have star college athletes, we all work together, okay? So starting in our 16-minute AMRAP with our 12 dumbbell deadlifts, your feet will be under your hips, so if you're not sure where that is, it should be straight down or where you would jump from. The back, most important thing, safety thing with this is that your back is flat. This is a hip hinge, okay? Not a squat. Hip hinge, we are trying to work the muscles in the lower back, glutes and hamstrings. The shins will stay vertical. We'll keep the dumbbells here, about mid-shin as if we had a barbell. We'll stand up straight, so when my knees lock is at the same time my hips open, okay? Now we gotta get back to that position, hips back, keep the dumbbells close. Don't let them hang out in front. Keep the dumbbells close, hips back, and sink to about mid-shin, okay? Hips back, mid-shin. Again, most important thing is that this low back stays flat. We don't want to round at all, but we also don't want to hyperextend. Nice and straight. Okay, one more time. This one's important. Okay, nice and straight. This is something also, we got a kids workout coming up that we're going to explain, but kids can do this too. Just have an appropriate weight that's safe for them, okay? Now, my wonderful wife's going to go over the next movement. We have 9 floor presses. So she's going to lay down. She's got her dumbbells. Elbows stay in tight, just like a good push-up. And we're just going to keep the dumbbells this way, palms in the entire time, just to stay extra safe for you guys at home, all right? So she's going to come down, gently touch all the way down. Elbows touch all the way down at the floor. Press up, and they slightly come together up top, okay? Just working that interior delt, some triceps, and a little bit of chest, all right? If you don't have dumbbells, obviously you can do a push-up for this. You can grab this plate that's glued to the floor. Load up a bunch of, find things that have some weight to them. Load up a bunch of stuff in your kids' backpacks. Just technique all kind of stays the same. Elbows staying nice and tight, okay? And then we'll go back to our double unders. So that'd be 40 double unders if you can do double unders. If you can't do double unders, it'll be 80 singles, okay? Your jump rope. And then again, if you don't have a jump rope, I know not everyone has a jump rope at home, just find something to just kind of pop up on. There's common faults that we see with this is when people are jumping, the knees tend to come in. When the knees come in, the glutes turn off, and it's bad for the knees. We want those knees to track out, okay, never in. Okay, and then so going for our kids, we're going to keep the kids, they got plenty of energy, and they've been sitting at home. You need them to take a nap anyways. 16-minute AMRAP for them too. You guys do it at the same time. Starting with 12 glute bridges, okay? So very simple movement. They're going to lay down flat on the ground, about 90 degrees at the knee or so, driving through the heels. We're just squeezing the glutes. You can feel hamstrings, glutes firing on this. You want to hold for about a second at the top, looking for this to be straight here, okay? Just, again, just like the deadlifts, we're trying to get the hamstring and glute contraction. If you don't feel comfortable doing the dumbbell deadlift at home, this is a great and very safe alternative for the dumbbell deadlift, okay? And then Laura's gonna demo our perfect push-up. So again, fingers forward, inside of the elbow is forward, tracks down. So when she's at the bottom of the push-up, her forearms are vertical, perpendicular to the floor, okay? That's very important. Many people will set up, go down, with their hands too far up. This angle here makes it really hard to do a push-up. So most people that tell me, I can't do a push-up, they always set up like that, okay? And we'll get you fixed up, no problem. Then we get to our box jumps. So I know at home most people don't have a jump box to jump on, but use a step, use the bottom 2 steps, use a bench, something sturdy of course, but your safety first please. Feet are under your hips, you get tall, down, drive those feet through the floor. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. She pushes against the floor, that gets her up, right? But the other part of this, no one wants to feed the boxes any of that shin. So you gotta bring, after you push off the floor and you're going up, bring those knees up. When you land, you're really looking to land in a perfect squat, right? Knees bent, chest up, arms in front for balance, and hips back, okay? Don't land hips forward, hips back. It's really the start of our squat. So go ahead, try those out. Let us know in the comments what you guys are looking for, what's working for you at home, what's not. We can make these altercations pretty quickly. We're gonna do these day to day. So look for these and write your scores in the comment section. See you guys soon.